found this in the streets and I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me so much of the Philippines. I didn't feel like it was scary at all. I felt like the people are just going about their normal day. See, I observe people and they're just doing their own thing. Apparently, it's made from cowled collagen mixed with some panela, which is raw sugarcane. I tried this one. It's kind of like I visited Colombia and explored corners with an aim to use each mealtime as an opportunity to experience the local cuisines. Since fancier again, the Colombian food. Of course, we have to talk about the food. When I travel, I want to experience the things that I might not be able to experience anywhere else, and one of those things is food. I tried my best to try all the Colombian food that I could find or like that I'd come across. It ranges, like they will have restaurants that are like fancier, but I want to have a big variety of different stuff. I think it's helpful for my budget. And at the same time, I get a more authentic experience of everything. Some of the more expensive places kind of become more touristy, and then sometimes they adjust it a bit towards like the foreign palate because their target customers are foreigners. It's more expensive and then it's not really as authentic anymore. So sometimes I like exploring what's actually around there. You know what people there actually go to eat. And I don't stick to just the touristy areas. Like these are the places that I've explored. But I didn't feel like it was scary at all. I felt like the people are just going about their normal day. Some of them, they talk to me in Spanish. So maybe they think that I pork barbecue with a corn flatbread for 15 cents. When I start speaking in English and they tell me what kind of meat the barbecue is, because I'm like, what kind of meat is this? ¿Qué pasa? Naniwa. It's all mixed up. My Japanese and Spanish. I actually kept saying "si" in Japan. I love this tajin powder on the mangoes. Yes, I'm taking a picture with my mango. Is it white or what? It is one! Ha! I was right. I'm so happy about that. I still remember some of my Spanish. I enjoy just sitting here and watching everyone go about their day, eating my street food. So like I would just ask, like the little amount of Spanish that I know, you know, like just ask, what meat is this? And they try their best to explain to me because not a lot of people know English there. But they're nice. My friend told me how they hate foreigners, and then, you know, if you speak English, they would hate you. But I never really felt that way. People seem like they were very friendly. This kind of reminds me of churros. I always put that condensed milk on the street food. The people that were out there in the street market, when I was asking them, what meat is this? The barbecue. They were trying their best to explain to me. They even take out Google Translate. Apparently, it's made from cowled collagen mixed with some panela, which is raw sugarcane. I tried this one. It's kind of like a taffy, like sticky and sweet. Tried the ones in the packet as well. They kind of taste similar, but just in a marshmallow texture. I never really felt like a feeling of rejection. I heard from my friend, you know, oh, they hate English-speaking people, foreigners, and they're not very welcoming. But from my own experience, I've never really seen that. I love this place. I always had breakfast here because it's really close to where I'm staying. They have a lot of traditional food that they offer. Like this is where I found the tamales. There's a lot of different options, but this one is fish with cornmeal. Every time I come here, I look at all these breads and I'm like, I want to try them all. And I did a little bit at a time. Buñuelos and empanadas. Buñuelos are like Colombian donuts. This one has cassava, so it's a little bit sticky. I noticed that there's quite a few dishes where they use cassava or yuca. Some places are not even on Google Maps, you know, so you can't even see them. But in Colombia, every little place, every nook and cranny is on Google Maps. This may look like an innocent waffle to you, but it actually has yuca or cassava, which makes it a stickier version. This is a nice place to go to. You can have outdoor or indoor dining, and you can try to find the big ass fan. They've done such a good job with their Google Map. Whoever has done that, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for making it so well documented. All the locations. I loved these. The dip on the side is peanut and cheese. I just search on Google Maps. I can find this dish, you know, if there's a dish that I want to check out. Oh, the dishes that actually stuck to me. Bandeja paisa. Every time I see it, I want to eat it. I really like the soups as well. Oh, and I like the sancocho. Sancocho kind of reminds me of Dilagang Baka from Philippines, like a broth soup. They always seem to have a side of avocado and rice and plantain. Another place that we keep coming back to is Donde Dario. My friend absolutely loves this place, and they offer a lot of traditional cuisines as well, like Sancocho. I think it's a clever idea to use dried leaves as a centerpiece. Patacones is a savory fried green plantain. I thought because it was upright, it was meant to stay upright even after finished. My friend was laughing at me. I love that in Colombia you get to have fresh fruit shakes. I absolutely love this bean soup. It's what I'm taking for my menu at home. In the UK, you can use either pinto beans or cranberry beans. Apparently, if you cook it at home, cranberry beans from the UK, that's the type of beans that I managed to find, or pinto beans in America. So amazed with the idea of having bean soup because I've never had bean soup before. I mean, we have mung beans in Philippines that I guess you can kind of think of it as bean soup, but then it has meat with it. You know, it's got meat, veg, and beans all together in one dish. But their bean soup is just beans, and I thought that's actually a pretty good idea for a soup. I mean, because like if you want a different protein source, so then maybe you just don't really want any meat or fish anymore, but still you want to eat rice. I think that bean soup is perfect. That's the dish that I want to incorporate into my menu at home. So I actually started making the bean soup and I really liked it. You know, I just put some stock cubes to make it tasty. I make it a little bit more creamy, put a bit of cream, and it turns out really nice. But just soak the beans overnight, you know, before you start cooking it. But you still have to cook it for a long period of time. I actually tried to make my own bandeja paisa at home. But because you know what, this bandeja paisa is so big. Piece of meat, lots of beans, like you've got plantains and avocado and rice, and it's like a bit too much, like especially if you don't want to gain weight, you know. So actually my version of it, I just put like half of a lechon kawale, like only a little bit of that, a little bit of beans, so only a little bit of the chicharrones because it's the fattiest part, some rice, the plantains, and then the avocado. But I really like that, you know, I like recreating stuff that I like from other countries. And my friend also cooked a bunch of Colombian food. What do you call it? So you have to tell me now. Huh?
Sudao de pollo.
How can you get more authentic than that? Home cooked by a Colombian, right? And it's so super yummy. We also took a bunch of cakes from this restaurant and tried each and every one of them just so that I have an idea of what Colombian cakes are like. They even have a flan cake, which reminds me of the Philippines. There's a lot of similarities with the Filipino food except for the amount of beans that they have in their menu. Like, they always have beans. Both Colombia and Philippines have been colonized by the Spaniards in the past. They have rice, it's very similar to Filipino cuisine, soups and the what they call chicharrones, which for us is lechon kawali in Philippines. I even found this in the streets and I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me so much of the Philippines. Maybe it's present in a lot of countries where they will do the Holy Communion. Colombia is a Catholic country. That's the first time I've seen like avocado just on the side, like as a side dish, just avocado on its own. So that's something that's like pretty random. And then, obviously the cheesy coffee or chocolate that everyone is talking about, which I have tried. I don't particularly like it. But it's not bad. It's not like, ugh, this is disgusting. I didn't feel that way. But if I'm gonna do it again, I wouldn't imagine craving putting cheese in it again. You know what I mean? Speaking of cheese, I tried a few Colombian cheeses. The big round one is called pera. It's like mozzarella. My friend who's half Italian liked it as well. I found it kind of strange that there's guava inside the cheese. Another thing I have noticed with them is the arequipe, which is caramelized milk or milk jam. They even have arequipe-filled donuts and arequipe spreads. I like to walk around and see what's going on. I like to be adventurous, so I like to just be able to see something and then, oh, what is that? And then come to it, check it out, taste it. I experienced from, street food, which are really, really cheap, to restaurants, which are a bit more pricey. I found this while waiting at the airport, and I just think it's worth a mention because the guy serving there saved me from ordering way too much because I don't understand the menu. Thank you so very much. Something I'm curious about though is this honey meant for my chicken? I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I'm Bandeja with that.